Welcome back. It's Dr. Jennifer Bowney, Doctor of Physical Therapy, better known as DocJenFit, owner and founder of Gen Healthy One-Stop Shop for all aches and pains in the body. And we are going to go through how to counteract that forward head posture, that tech neck, whether you're breastfeeding all day like me, or looking at your phone or looking at a computer. It is natural for our head to come forward. And that's not necessarily bad, but what we want to do is it's about learning how to come out of that position and change positions more often in a more effective and efficient way. So I'm going to show you how to do that with some 5 exercises that I highly recommend, and they're not going to take much of your time. So go through it with me. So this first one, we're just going to get onto the floor in a child's pose position. And I want you to place your forearms directly underneath you and push away from the ground. Okay. So from here, we're going to take really big breaths into the back of your rib cage. So that's where I want you to send your breath, is into like that bra strap. So breathing in and out. And you're going to take 5 really big breaths. And what you'll feel, so keep going, take your 5 breaths, is you should feel the expansion between your shoulder blades, really opening up in that backside of that rib cage and even down into that low back. So if we want better slide and glide of those shoulder blades for a better positioning of our upper back to our neck, we need some expansion of that back of the rib cage there. So we're starting with 5 of those. Then we're going to switch it over. So now I'm going to bring my knees underneath me more. I'm going to reach forward for what I call Serratus reaches. So I'm going to push away from the ground again. So I'm not rounding in my spine. I'm just pushing away, and I'm going to glide my pinky out at a diagonal and try to lift from my thumb and then come back. It's not going to be a huge range of motion, but I'm always pushing the ground away, and I'm reaching from that diagonal for my pinky and then reaching my thumb up to the ceiling. So it's a little lift, and you're just doing 5 on each side. So we're trying to get that shoulder blade to, again, glide and move easier along that rib cage. We just opened up the rib cage. Now we're reaching from what's called our serratus anterior muscle, wrapping around that rib cage from that shoulder blade, and helps to glide that shoulder range of motion a little bit more so that you're not feeling like your upper traps are doing all the work here. So rather than stretching the upper traps, we're going to activate around the shoulder blade. And then I'm going to take it back into a seated position in that child pose position, and we're going to rotate through the upper back. So now I got my rib cage open, I got my shoulder blades moving. Now I want to mobilize through my upper back. So I'm going to take my hand behind my ear, push down into the floor with that stabilizing arm, and then inhale as I reach up. Exhale, inhale. 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then switch it over. Again, I'm going to use my elbow to press it down into the floor as I open and reach up. And why I like doing this one in child's pose is because it kind of locks out my low spine. And so all I have to move from is my upper back. And if this feels really restricted, this is where you're going to spend a little bit more time on a daily basis. Okay. All of these exercises actually go really well together. Then I'm going to flip it over onto my back, and I'm going to do a deep neck flexor stretch. So these are the muscles that are deep on the front side of the neck, and what often get just not activated as much throughout the day. So we're going to start to strengthen them by thinking of pulling a string from the top of your head up, and like you're looking down at your knees. So I'm trying to see my knees as I lift and reach. Now, what you want to make sure is that you're not tensing the very front of your neck by talking like I am. So you want your mouth closed and you want your chest relaxed. So you can even bring your arms out into like a football post position. And I'm going to look down toward my knees. Now, very gently, I'm going to try to reach the back side of my head off the floor for 5 seconds. And then come down. Now you could do 5 to 10 seconds. You can hold it a little longer. We're just going to do 5 of them. So again, having that good chin tuck. So you're going to think you're going to be making a double chin here. That is the goal. We're not trying to look all pretty here, but we're going to tuck that chin down as I reach my head back. So this is elongating the back part of that spine as I'm strengthening the muscles on the front. And if you're doing that deep chin tuck, so we don't want that chin to come forward at all. That's why I want to look down at my knees as I do this. So just one more time, chin tuck, reaching up and back. And I'm trying to also not compensate by rolling in my shoulders. That's why I keep my chest nice and open. And then we're going to flip it around onto your elbows. And now I have that good activation in the deep neck flexor. So I'm going to keep that. I'm going to press down into the floor. Same thing that we did with the elbows before. And I'm going to keep that good chin tuck position. And now I'm going to slowly and gently allow my neck to extend back into a range that feels safe and comfortable for me. And then chin tuck again. So activating the front muscles and coming down. So it goes really slow. So thinking a chin back, and you're thinking if you have where that like a hunch might be forming in that upper back neck area, you're thinking of going right into that. So extending from that area. So extending from the low neck as I hold that chin tuck, and I actively allow it to come out by using my deep neck flexors here. So this is more of like active mobility. I'm not just moving my neck back and forth, or I'm not just holding a static position, but I'm actively controlling and moving into that range of motion to try to create new lasting mobility through my upper neck and back. Now, of course, we have just focused directly around that upper back and neck area, which is great, and that's helpful to do, but posture really comes from the ground up. So it's everything that I'm doing at my feet, at my hips, at my core, my posture, my breath, that really makes an impact on how my body naturally stacks, so I don't have to force anything and put more tension in my body. That's not posture. Posture isn't trying to force one perfect position. It's moving more throughout the day and finding ease within your body. So if you want to learn more about that, I have a posture redefined course that I'd highly recommend checking out. You can use code OPTIMAL10. You'll get a discount on that course, and I'm going to have that linked up so that you can go check that out. You get lifetime access for this, and we go through all different pillars of the body to really understand how to improve your posture without forcing a new posture. Don't forget, if you love what you're learning, I have so much more in stock for you. So hit that subscribe button, check out the other videos I've done in the past, and leave any comments of any suggestions that you have for videos in the future. And I can't wait to help you feel incredible and amazing within your body.